There are a few things you can't do on YouTube. Chief among them is this: playing a long, unedited clip of a film you did not make. The YouTube Content ID system is trained to look for long clips of unedited footage. If it sees it, it flags it. The length can vary. 10 to 30 seconds is common. You can get around it with various editing tricks. Scale the footage down, put it in a frame, flip the footage around, speed it up, slow it down, play it next to other clips in the same frame. Basically, do anything to fundamentally alter the sequence of images that appear in the frame. This is why, for example, so many video essays take the form of supercuts. Quick little moments like these don't matter much to a Content ID algorithm. And why so many great video essayists chose to talk about subjects whose work can be expressed with short, punchy clips. The camera work of Michael Bay, the production design of Wes Anderson, that sort of thing. And it's why so few video essays show long, unedited clips. Or long, single takes. Like this one. I've always thought that this system made some sense. If you're a copyright holder and you need a program to look for copyright violations, you'll want to go after instances where the footage is unaltered, where the clip hasn't been transformed. The algorithm operates on the belief that the essence of a movie is time. Captured once, it is the unaltered, unchanging truth of what a camera sees. The director of this scene would agree.
Мне кажется, что кино единственное из искусств, которое оперирует понятием времени. Но я говорю о времени в буквальном смысле слова. Ну, что такое кинокадр, который начинается с момента, когда мы говорим «начали», и кончается, когда мы скажем «стоп». Что это такое? То есть это фиксация реальности, фиксация по существу времени. Фиксация, и практически это консервы времени, которое вы мы можем просматривать теоретически бесконечно. Ни одно из искусств не может зафиксировать время, кроме кино. По существу, что такое фильм? Это мозаика из времени.
So this scene, from Andrei Tarkovsky's masterpiece Nostalgia, which documents a single task being completed in real time, is nearly impossible to show on YouTube.
Nostalgia. It's delicate, but potent.
Now, if you're a fan of Mad Men, you probably think you know the etymology of the word nostalgia.
In Greek, nostalgia literally means the pain from an old wound.
Don Draper's not accurate here. Algos is the Greek word for pain, but nostos doesn't mean wound, it means to come home. It's a rough cognate with the English word nest. Nostalgia. The pain to return home.
This is the first photograph I ever made with the direct intention of making art.
This is from another film called Nostalgia, by experimental director Hollis Frampton. His narration describes photographs. His camera shows the photographs. Shows them as they burn. And the descriptions of the photos don't match. The voiceover describes the next photo in the sequence, not the current one. Photographs, themselves, captured time, which now only exist as records of their own destruction. And as we see them burned, we're already starting to forget their stories, as we struggle to remember the present. The future, described. The past, presented, as it's destroyed. There's a reason this character is doing this, why he's trying to carry a candle across a pool. because he met a maniac who thought the world was going to end, and so he kept his family locked away for the better part of a decade. To protect them, he tried carrying a candle across the pool of St. Catherine, and therefore saved the world. He wound up publicly immolating himself in a bold, futile gesture. In the film, our protagonist, a Russian in Italy, is trying to honor that madman by taking his time. The other factor in the algorithm is which companies decide to run which properties through the Content ID system. So, clips of the latest blockbusters, with armies of copyright lawyers maximizing opening weekend profits, are the most likely to go down. Some companies don't mind full reproductions as long as there's some transformative element, because they know that meme YouTube can get plenty of mileage out of certain copyrighted clips. And if full movies do exist on YouTube, they're only ones which no one cares about anymore. Ones past their marketability. There was an essay by Daniel Fairfax in the June 2018 issue of Senses of Cinema where he described how weird it was to rediscover this made-for-TV Stephen King adaptation in its entirety on YouTube. Absolutely the kind of thing that couldn't be made today. Fittingly, it's a movie about otherworldly monsters who swallow up the past when the past is no longer needed. Fairfax called YouTube the archive of detritus, a dumping ground for undesired intellectual property, and seemingly a great place to talk about cruddy old movies, dumb commercials, things from the pre-streaming era of media. Resurrected by jaded adults furious that they are no longer children. Makes sense. Until YouTube started cracking down on them, which led to the support of smaller video hosting sites, like Blip, whose main draw outside of YouTube was its lack of a Content ID system. I used to be on Blip. It's been dead for 3 years now. And here I am, still listening to the orders of a maniac, convinced the world was about to end. Even though the man was a fool, an abuser, cruel in his neglect. But when you do something long enough, you tend to forget why you started. And eventually it just becomes about the act itself. And the reason why you started becomes unimportant. And you keep going because you're in a constant present. And it's not about memory or your past or your future, but just about doing the task before you. Just about taking the next step. Just about staying present in this moment of captured time. Keeping the flame burning.